welcome to another episode of The Wave. My name is Adam.
My name is Nick. Welcome back to The Wave, the weekly news and chat show from the world famous Bottom of the Stream podcast. Adam, how are you?
I am well. Yourself?
I'm not so well.
No, you've been ill, I understand.
Yeah, apologies if my voice sounds a bit off.
Sounds fine.
Good.
Sounds normal.
Okay, good.
I think you're faking it.
Doesn't sound normal in my head.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Maybe it's your
Do you ever
ears,
get that? Yeah, well, it's that sort of thing. Yeah, I think my daughter brought back some kind of lurgy from
Oh, because she was away, wasn't she?
from her residential, and now everyone in the house has got a cold.
Kids are just like disease bags, aren't they?
I know.
Bags of disease.
So, but I'm feeling better than I was 48 hours ago.
Good.
So
That's the main thing. I'm glad you are here and you're waving with me.
we ride on.
We do indeed.
Surf on.
We are in a close season.
Yeah.
The season is over. Last week.
Period of reflection and
It is. It's
preparation.
a period of reflection. So there is no Thursday episode this week.
There is not.
No movie show this week.
No.
The movie show is taking a little bit of a break while we sort out the close season, the post and pre-seasons.
Yeah, all that sort of
all
thing.
that stuff. But it'll be back pretty soon.
Yeah, it won't be long. We'll kick off season 11
Yeah.
into the second 250.
But before that, we've got Boxkers coming up.
We have, yeah.
We've got Waves coming up.
Yeah.
Special announcements coming up.
Yeah.
It's all happening over here on Bottom of the Stream over the next few weeks. You will not be short of content.
Certainly won't. And I think that's probably a good segue to just bit of a recap, bit of a reflection on the final season 10 stream table.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which ended up being topped by The Lost Patient.
Yeah, it did.
French movie.
French movie.
A French thriller.
Yeah.
About a guy who lost his memory to piece the events of a fateful night back together.
He did, indeed. Strong table topper?
Not especially.
Weakest table topper?
It might be up there.
I think it is, genuinely.
Good, decent film.
Decent film.
But it was I felt with that and The Call, which came second, but was top for probably the longest.
Yeah.
This season, both beatable. Every week I thought they could be beaten.
Yeah, and every week they weren't.
No. And that's how it works.
That's how the cookie
rolls.
crumbles on Bottom of the Stream. It's just what it is.
We're not going to go through, I don't think, from 1 to 25. Any particular highlights from season 10? Let's talk positive first.
Positive first, I'm going to go with the girl in the yellow jumper.
It's the one that stands out to me.
It's opened the season.
Yeah.
So it finished 4th. So it was in the top 4 all season.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a Ugandan mystery.
I really liked it. Crime film.
Crime thriller mystery. Bit of a twist at the end.
Rough around the edges, but
yeah, but
brilliant for that.
Definitely, it's a hidden gem.
Part of the charm.
It's what we're here to find. It's exactly what we found in that one, I think.
I think Security is another one that stands out for me. For
absolutely.
Just balls out fun.
100% really
movie.
good fun action movie. Finder's Fee is a little curio.
Yeah.
Weird little film.
Load of a pre-fame Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, and a post-fame
Matthew Lillard.
No, the guy. Oh,
James Earl Jones.
James Earl Jones. I could not think of his name then. It was not coming.
I really liked Finder's.
I wanted to say Judge something.
Judge Dredd.
Judge Reinhold. Again, just in my head all the time. Yeah, I really liked Finder's Fee. It was a weird little film. Green Sea sticks out with me quite a lot. That was the Greek taverna movie.
Yeah. Again, about someone who had lost their memory.
Yeah, nothing really happened in it, but
I liked it. It was just pleasant.
It sticks in my mind. It really does.
And then we closed the season last week.
Yeah.
Go back and listen if you're not, with our final episode of season 10, which was Dangerous Games: The Legacy Murders.
Has to be
one of the wildest films of the season.
Has to be in the shout for the Botska next week for most batshit crazy.
Had a few good deaths in it as well.
It did, yeah.
So
it has to be
that
in
category is
shout,
back.
Yeah.
Could win a couple of Botskas. There's a kind of a trio of a bit mental movies there with Hypnotic, Dangerous Games, and then Mad Dogs all together.
Mad Dogs? What was Mad Dogs, man? Mad Dogs was crazy.
That was a deep cut. It took me ages to find that. That was my wildcard choice.
Yeah.
It took me an hour and a half going through
Netflix to find it.
No, that I want to give that a go.
Weird little British movie.
Yeah.
With Denzel from Only Fools and Horses in it.
About, God and aliens.
Yeah.
And pig people.
So strange. Pig people, yeah, absolutely. Strange Ways Here We Come. That was another little weird British movie.
Yeah.
Good film, but not
Yeah, just...
mid. It was mid. 17th seems low for it, though.
Yeah, I think maybe certain people in the Discord may have it a bit higher.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. It was an easy watch. Strange Ways Here We Come.
Yeah. It really was.
But it was... Yes, it was a bit scattergun, wasn't it?
Yes. Bloody New Year. We're getting right down the table.
Yeah, you
now.
liked it a lot more than me. That
I
finished
did.
20th.
Weird little silly
70s, 80s British horror.
80s British horror. Right up my street.
Didn't make any sense.
No, it really didn't.
Neither did the Great Chinese Beans, which was your
That was
wild
my
card.
wild card for the season. An Egyptian movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
A gangster / cooking movie.
Also, got to be in for a shout with Most Batshit at the Boxkers whenever that is next week after, soon.
And holding up the whole table in 25th. Meet the Blacks.
Yeah, a Purge rip-off. Purge parody. Even?
Allegedly parody.
Yeah.
I was not seeing any parodies.
No, it wasn't funny, and it was downright offensive.
I'd say it was more a remake of
Yeah.
The Purge than a parody.
Yeah,
That's kind
agreed.
of where I got it.
But yeah, that's season 10 in the books. That's 250 films we've done on this show now. And it won't be long till we hit 251.
No, it won't.
It will not, indeed.
It will not.
Right, I've got a question of the week for you.
Excellent.
Do that now?
Yes. Hit me.
It's a hypothetical situation.
Okay.
I am, in 6 months' time, going to give you $1 billion.
Okay.
Right? However, from this moment onwards, you will be transported there now. You are going to be stuck in a large castle. Right?
Okay.
There is a monster that enters the castle at night and tries to kill you at random times.
Okay.
Sometimes it can be twice a day, or sometimes it won't turn up for a month. It's unpredictable, but it only hunts when the sun's down.
Okay.
You can't fight back, and the only option is to hide until sunrise, as it can't see very well. The castle is cold and desolate in the middle of a deep forest that you may not leave. You have only books and food. Do you take me up on my offer?
That's genuinely a tough one. I've
It
got
is.
some stuff I'm really looking forward to in the next 6 months.
Okay.
So,
You're going now. If you say
Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
we're going. I'm going to drive you in my
means
car
I can't
now.
go on my holiday.
No,
But it's $1 billion.
I'll let your wife and kids know where you've gone.
Good God, you'd be stressed for 6 months, wouldn't you?
You really would. You know it's only coming at night,
Yeah.
so your days are yours,
Sure.
but you've only got books and food.
Yeah.
But then at night,
I mean, I'm happy having books and food. That's absolutely fine. You're going to need to spend a lot of time casing the
Prepping.
joint to
You've gotta
find
prep.
all the hiding places.
true. But it could come first night.
Yeah.
So you literally, as soon as you get there, you need to know.
Yes, you do.
You need to find at least somewhere
Be
that you
hiding
can go and hide.
somewhere. And is it big?
It's big enough that it's going to cause damage.
So I need to hide somewhere small.
Yeah, you
Maybe.
need to be able to not be found.
Yeah. And it can't see very well.
No,
So is
it's got to be
just,
quiet.
can it even go upstairs?
Yes,
Can it get in a loft?
yes.
But can it smell me? Or is it just randomly
You can't see. That's the only
blundering
information
around?
I've got.
Okay.
It can't see very well. It can see. It can't
Yeah.
see very well.
I don't think I'd take it.
Really?
Yeah.
For £1 billion? $1 billion, sorry.
I know, but I'm not confident I'd survive.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a very... Sleeping's
That's
going to be
why.
a problem, isn't it? You're going to have to sleep during the day.
Yeah, you'd have to.
You'd have to reverse your body clock.
Yeah.
Sleep at the day.
Yeah, you've got a real weakness that first couple of weeks. Like getting dropped straight in.
The thing is as well...
It's tough.
It is, and it's going to get harder the longer you're there. Because at the minute, the sun's down for what? 6 hours?
Yeah.
It's down at 10, up by 4. By the time you get to the end, it's going to be sundown for 12 hours.
Yeah.
So it's going to get harder. But you're going to get better.
You'd have to have a strategy as well, because I'm presuming...
You can't hide in the same place every day.
No,
can
because
you?
the
'Cause it's
monster's
find
going to
you
have a
eventually.
plan.
Yeah.
So if I'm a monster, I'm in it for the long run. My only goal is to get this person.
Yeah.
I think you've got to be you think you got to be quite systematic. You can't just blunder around.
No, you've got to.
You've got to like sweep the whole place quite systematically, which means your hiding place has got to counter that
Yeah.
by either being random or working out like what the monster's
Its route.
playbook is.
Yeah.
And countering that.
But that's going to take you a few nights to get the hang of that.
100%. I think
More than a few nights.
I think you're massively exposed for the first couple of weeks.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you're still trying to get to know the place.
Yeah.
I don't know if this monster has prior knowledge or if this has also been dropped.
I think let's just say it's also been dropped.
Yeah. Castles are pretty big though, aren't they?
Yeah.
But also a bit rattly and...
True.
I'm not confident in my abilities to survive 6 months.
Okay.
How about you?
No chance. I don't think I'd survive the first night. I'm a big guy. There's a lot less places to hide.
There's a lot of luck involved as well, I think.
Yeah, 100%. It's not the sort of thing you can just think, oh, I'll give it a go.
Yeah.
Because
you've got to be prepared. It's not like you can bed down in your hiding place, are you? You've got to be prepared to move in the night, through the night as well, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Potentially.
Yeah.
No,
turning me down.
No,
Okay.
no.
You may go home this evening.
Thanks. Let us know, people.
Yeah, let us know what you think, if you could do it.
I mean, it's not a bad
Not bad offer.
synopsis for a movie, to be honest.
No, that's true. Get it written.
Yeah.
Let's write it. Film it next year. Well, I don't know why we wait until next year, but just do it next year. This year's a busy one. Right, should we move on to some Netflix news?
We will start with some news. Before we go into Netflix news,
Okay.
I've got 2 stories which are a bit of a tease, a bit of an update on alumni from Bottom of the Stream,
Okay.
if you like. And I guess they're a bit of an amuse-bouche
Right.
for the proper news. And the first piece of news is that Bob Odenkirk will return for Nobody 2.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I hadn't heard this. This is good news. Nobody's a great
It had been rumoured for a while, but people have put pen to paper. Deadline is reporting that Odenkirk has signed on a dotted line to reprise the role of Hutch Mansell. And a new director is coming on board.
Right.
That person is Timo Tiehanto.
Okay.
Do you recognise the name?
No.
He has directed a movie that we have watched on this show.
Oh, really?
On Bottom of the Stream.
Okay.
Yes. He directed Headshot.
Headshot. Right. This feels like we're playing that game again from the other week.
Can you tell me which movie Headshot was?
Absolutely not.
It was within the last couple of seasons, I think.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Headshot?
Yeah.
Was it? Genuinely, if you hadn't have said that, I would have known that was a Bottom of the Stream movie. Go on.
It was,
what is it?
It was the movie in which Iko Uwais played
Yes, I've got it.
also someone who had lost their memory.
Yes. We do that a lot.
He had been excommunicated by the drugs gang.
Yeah.
And he fought his way through, past his old friends.
Yeah.
Very violent, gory
Yeah, martial arts
type movie.
I do remember it.
With a couple of unbelievably difficult to watch death scenes in it.
Okay.
And yeah, he's got the call to direct Nobody 2.
Well, he seems like a good fit.
Yeah. So how about that?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm on side it.
I feel a little bit proud for him.
He's gone on to good things.
Yeah.
I wonder if Christopher Lloyd will be in it.
I'd loved Nobody. It was so.
Oh, it's such a good film. It's on Netflix if anybody wants to check it out.
If you've not watched it,
Bob Odenkirk is so good in Nobody.
And talking of people who have directed a movie that we've seen on this show, is another news story. Do you remember Osgood Perkins?
The name's familiar.
He is the son of Anthony Perkins.
Yes. The guy from Psycho.
Can you remember what he directed that we have seen?
That seems like a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
No.
He directed, and I think this is going way back in the history of Bottom of the Stream, I Am the Pretty Thing That Lives in the House.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was one of our first horror movies.
Yeah.
And still probably the longest title. There was a ghost movie. Haunted house movie. It's funny that I remember the long ago movies a lot more than I remember the recent ones.
And he has signed up to adapt a Stephen King short story into a movie. That movie will be The Monkey.
The Monkey?
Which has a release date in the States of the 21st of February 2025.
That's not that long away.
And the cast for The Monkey includes Theo James, Tatiana Maslany, and Elijah Wood.
Okay.
Are you familiar with The Monkey?
I've probably read it. Do we know what
Yes,
sort of books it's in?
It's an older Stephen King short story. It comes from Skeleton Crew.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's been a long time since I read Skeleton Crew.
I think mid-80s.
Yeah, it would be.
The original tale is about two brothers who discover a cursed monkey toy in their great uncle's attic. The official synopsis says, when twin brothers Hal and Bill discover their father's old monkey toy in the attic, a series of gruesome deaths start occurring all around them. The brothers decide to throw the monkey away and move on with their lives, growing apart over the years. But when the mysterious deaths begin again, the brothers must reunite to find a way to destroy the monkey for good.
Okay.
For it takes the lives of everyone close to them.
Sounds fun.
Christian Convery, who was in Sweet Tooth, plays both the twins as kids. Theo James plays them as adults.
Okay. Was he the young kid from Sweet Tooth? Because he was really good in that.
Believe so. Perkins himself is teasing, according to Bloody Disgusting, something very extreme but very funny.
Funny?
I am going to explode some people.
Oh, nice. That's always fun. Excellent. I'll look forward to that.
So two directors
Two
going
characters
on to
moving on to big things.
big things.
Good for them.
So, Netflix news.
Go for it.
Let's start with confirmation that Netflix are teaming up two exciting talents, I guess, to work on a new project. Those two people being Yeon Sang-ho, the director behind Train to Busan,
Right.
and Hellbound on
Netflix.
Netflix, which I think I watched. It was like you had all the demons coming through, and when people got like a countdown of.
Yeah, I think I wound up
We definitely talked about it.
Yeah, we definitely talked about it.
And he was also behind Parasite the Grey, which has been on Netflix more recently, which I haven't watched. He is teaming up with none other than the Oscar-winning director Alfonso Cuarón.
Oh, wow.
On a new Netflix thriller, Revelations.
Right.
Which is a movie based on a Korean webcomic. Cuarón will executive produce and consult on the project, and Sang-ho will direct.
Right.
Sang-ho says, Alfonso Cuarón, known for masterpieces like Children of Men and Gravity, has greatly influenced my work as a director. I am thrilled at this opportunity to collaborate with him on Revelations. I have high expectations for our partnership. The plot itself centers around a missing persons case with a pastor and a detective, each tracking down a kidnapper driven by different beliefs and motivations.
Right. Okay. Sounds fun.
Yeah. Maybe the next big South Korean hit.
Yeah, maybe.
For Netflix.
God knows they've been looking for one for long enough.
Also, news about an upcoming Netflix movie is Catherine Bigelow's first movie for Netflix. She has not directed a movie since 2017.
Really?
Oscar-winning director that she is.
Yeah.
The last movie that she directed was Detroit.
Oh, that was a hard watch,
which
Detroit.
was John Boyega, Will Poulter.
I went to the cinema to watch Detroit and I remember coming out being angry.
Yeah.
I remember it made me angry.
Yeah.
It's a great film, but it's a tough watch.
She has, some casting details have been announced for the as yet untitled thriller coming to Netflix. Greta Lee, Idris Elba, Rebecca Ferguson, Jared Harris, and Gabrielle Basso are all on board. Although the title and plot details are under wraps, Deadline understands that this movie will be set at the White House as a national crisis unfolds.
Right.
So a political type thriller. That feels like that'll get the full whack Netflix treatment.
Yeah,
as
100%.
a tentpole release.
Yeah. That'll be everywhere. It'll be on sides of buses and all sorts.
Yeah, 100%.
Sweet. Next.
Now, 4 former Netflix executives
Right.
have joined forces to create a new UK-based film studio.
Really? Okay.
And they're all female.
Excellent. Good for them.
So how good's that?
That is great.
Beck Mortimer, Fiona Lamptey, Amber Taylor and Vinnie Shergill, 4 former senior Netflix executives, have decades of experience in the entertainment industry, are launching Juno Studios,
Right.
which will be based in London. They describe it as an innovative entertainment studio with production capabilities and creative expertise across development, production, distribution, and marketing.
Nice.
The founders released a joint statement in which they said, our collective expertise in storytelling runs across development, production, marketing, and distribution, and we're excited to bring our entertainment experience to our partners. We will operate an end-to-end studio with a collaborative cross-platform approach.
Right. That's great news, isn't it? That's like,
Yeah.
it's just exciting when more production companies can only be a good thing.
Mortimer, who has brought the thing together, was responsible for setting up Netflix's first ever international office in the UK.
Right, okay.
She's also held leadership roles at Warner Brothers, Universal, and Entertainment One.
Wow.
And on her CV has the Harry Potter movies, Twilight, and Sex Education. on
Jeez.
Netflix.
Powerful woman.
Lamptey was a TV executive with existing partnerships with writers, filmmakers. She was previously director of UK features at Netflix.
Right, okay.
Her name was on The Wonder, which was Florence Pugh.
Yeah, that was all right.
I Came By, and most recently Scoop,
Okay.
which was the Prince Andrew dramatisation.
I Came By was that. I think I've seen that as well. That was the one, yeah, with the kid from 1917 in, and
It's the same. I Came By is the same director who did Under the Shadow.
yes, it's exactly what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
George, somebody his name is. Don't know it though.
Amber Taylor's a marketing executive. Again, previously worked for Netflix. And Shergill is casting. She was casting, head of casting at Netflix as well.
Okay.
So, a group of skills that would seem to lend themselves well to
Well, yeah, that's how they can do end to end, isn't it? If
Yeah.
they've just got those sorts of skill sets. Good for them. Good luck to them. That's a great little venture. The 4 of them together, though, do look like evil women.
I think
also-
Variety's choice of putting them all in black and white, quite stark photos.
It looks like a movie poster.
is
for,
interesting.
Like, one of these women has murdered the other 3. It's like a whodunit.
It's a bit of Steven Soderbergh, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it really is.
I'm not sure about that from Variety. Okay.
Next story.
Talking of casting for Netflix, the first bit of casting for season 2 of One Piece
Okay.
have been announced. I'm going to say some words.
Okay.
They'll probably mean loads to people who are familiar with the One Piece anime
But not for me.
or manga. But they have cast Mr. 9, Mr. 5, and Mr. 3. Whatever that
Imaginative
means.
character names. I like it.
Yes, Daniel Lasker will play Mr. 9. He's from Raised by Wolves.
Okay.
Cameras Johnson will play Mr. 5. Jazira Jaslin from Warrior will play Miss Valentine.
Right.
And Late Night with a Devil star David Daustmachian will take on the role of Mr. 3.
Okay. I can't wait for the second series of One Piece. It was so good, that first series.
These characters are key members of the criminal syndicate Baroque Works.
No, okay.
So there you go.
Sounds exciting.
They're all new characters for season 2 of One Piece.
Excellent. Still feels like it's going to be a long way off, but
Yes.
I really want to watch it now. Next.
Okay, let's move away from Netflix. And big news. HBO has found its showrunners for the upcoming Harry Potter
Okay.
series. They have given that job to a couple of people from Succession
Oh, big team.
creative team.
Big names.
Francesca Gardner will be showrunner and executive producer, and Mark Mylod is on board as an executive producer and will also direct multiple episodes.
I mean, Succession's a pretty big show. That's going in all guns blazing, that is.
Yeah. Gardner also worked on his Dark Materials, and Mylod has directed episodes of Game of Thrones, The Last of Us, Succession, obviously, and Entourage.
Wow. Very successful people.
Yeah, they won this job.
No expense spared on this show.
Which is basically, if it all goes well, there you go. There's the next 15 years of your life,
Yeah.
probably. Yeah.
It's a big if, but also it feels like HBO are really throwing everything at this, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, Warner Brothers CEO David Zaslav said earlier this year their current plan is to premiere the first installment in 2026.
Okay.
With a new series released over the decade after that.
Fuck. Wowzers.
One series per book is the sort of thing they're aiming for.
Right. That means we're going to need some casting news pretty soon. They've only got a year and a half to do it.
Yeah.
Keep your ears open.
Still weird, isn't it? You know, it's like whoever it is going to be Harry Potter, and it's like, but you're not Harry Potter. Daniel Radcliffe's Harry Potter,
Yeah.
and like,
It's Harry Potter for the new generation.
I just don't. My kids love Harry Potter, and obviously they were too young the first time around.
Yeah.
I know, you know, it's still a huge thing at school and with young kids. But I don't know. Are people crying out for a new version of it? Because they have also watched.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's 20 years
Harry
old, but
Potter.
it's also still as fresh as it was when it came out, and people still watch them all the
You know,
time.
And you go and do the studio tour and all the stuff at all the theme parks. It's
weird.
suddenly not going to have.
That's
Is the other stuff going to slowly morph into that? I don't know.
That's the hurdle this show's got to face before it's even off the ground. That's shaking that is the biggest hurdle this show's got to face, and there's a big hurdle.
Part of me is just like, not to get too political either. Why are we just putting more money in J.K. Rowling's anti-trans
Fuck J.K.
pockets?
Rowling. Absolutely, fuck J.K. Rowling.
Yeah. Do you remember? Let's move on. A few weeks ago, we talked about Ryan Gosling setting up a new production company.
We did. I do remember this.
Good, because they also, if you remember, had signed a first look deal with Amazon MGM Studios.
Yes.
Well, they have already announced, General Admission is the name of the company,
Okay.
their first project, which has been picked up.
Right. Okay.
It is a zombie comedy movie
Ooh.
called I Used to Eat Brains, Now I Eat Kale.
Well, that's an original title.
There you go, you're onto a winner already.
Yeah.
It is a project based on a unpublished 42-page story by twin brothers Adam and Daniel Cooper.
Right.
And those two will be writing the script to adapt to their own story.
It's never been published.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is described, all we have on it is described as a post-apocalyptic world.
Post zombies.
Yeah, where former zombies are struggling to reintegrate.
I like that idea.
At this stage, Ryan Gosling is not attached to star. That's because they've not even written it yet.
I like this idea that like these two guys wrote a book. I imagine they shipped this story off to publishers,
Sure.
and the publishers have gone, That'll make a better movie. Let's sell it as a movie. Then they've gone, okay, we'll write it as a movie instead.
They have written and directed several short films
Okay.
that have made the festival rounds, the Cooper twins.
Okay.
But apparently they made their name for themselves doing a lot of marketing stuff, and they've also done a lot of trailer editing for Disney, Warner Brothers, Netflix, and Apple.
Talented guys.
Apparently they've won several Golden Trailer Awards, which I didn't even know was a thing.
Didn't know that was a
So
thing.
I'm definitely going to go and look into that more.
The golden trailers. I wonder if you win a little truck trailer.
Yeah.
That's the prize. That's cool. Good for them. We'll keep our eye on that. That sounds fun.
Okay, let's talk about some more upcoming movies.
Do
Because
the shit.
in news, I kind of was surprised when I read this, and then I thought about it, and then decided I was surprised that this hadn't happened sooner.
Right.
Given like the success of Mortal Kombat, year before last,
Yeah, a couple of years ago.
and
Maybe
that
a
is
bit
that Sony Pictures have announced that they are rebooting Street Fighter, and there is a live action film on the way,
more. Okay.
and they have penciled in a release date for it of March the 20th, 2026.
Cool. About 18 months again. Sounds like 2026 is going to be a great year.
Yeah. However, this movie is currently without a director
Right.
because two guys, again, I feel like we talk about a lot and are very busy, that were linked to it were Danny and Michael Philippou.
Oh, they're the guys from Talk to Me.
Correct.
Okay.
However, they are not now attached to Street Fighter because they are moving on to an A24 film, which I know we've mentioned that
Yeah,
I
we
can't
have.
remember
I
off the
can't
top of my
either.
head. And yes, so a new director is being sought to tackle Street Fighter.
Cool. Okay.
Oh, who could be a Street Fighter? Would you go with Unknowns or would you go with... 'cause
Oh,
Mortal Kombat did, didn't it? I like that Mortal Kombat movie.
I did. It was great. Yeah, I think you've got to go unknowns.
I think you got to stick one random one in there.
Iko Uwais.
Yeah, fine.
Why not? He's all he wants.
Who
to
would
make
be
American movies.
Who would be the Raul Julia of the modern Street Fighter movie?
Christ.
That was weird, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The cast of that, you think back.
It was when you
He
look
was
at it.
he was
now.
Bison, wasn't it?
Yes.
Kylie Minogue was in
Kylie,
it.
yeah, she was. Rob Van Damme. Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Weird.
Yeah, really weird. Good film. Well, not a good film, but a fun film.
It's got a very camp,
Very
cult following now.
Yeah. I don't know you can do that properly either, because those characters are very campy.
Yeah.
You can't do it serious.
Yeah.
You've got to do it tongue-in-cheek. One's an electrical dragon or whatever he is.
That 1994 Street Fighter movie would be a good watch along.
They really
Well, for now,
genuinely
then,
would.
now.
They genuinely would. Maybe if you ever win a wildcard race, you can pick it.
I'm just thinking it might be good for July.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway, that's an off microphone conversation.
Absolutely is.
So, yeah, another movie which might not ever happen. It's 23 Jump Street.
Okay. Is that is there a 22 Jump Street?
Yes, there was. Yeah.
Okay. This is like the prequel.
Because Channing Tatum says that he's read a script for 23 Jump Street.
Right.
And I don't know if this is faint praise. He said it's the best script that I've ever read,
Okay.
open brackets,
Oh.
for a third movie, close brackets.
How many scripts has he read for a third movie?
I don't know.
One. This one.
Well, no, there must be more than 3 Magic Mikes.
True.
I don't know what else he'd been in that might have had that many movies.
I don't know what else he's been in.
He said yes, he would like to do a third 2021, 2, 3 Jump Street movie, and that Jonah Hill is also interested, but they've got to try and put it together. He also mentioned in this interview, which was with comicbook.com, that the rumoured... They did try to look at doing the Jump Street / Men in Black crossover,
Yeah, that was always talked about, wasn't it?
but it's just not going to happen,
No.
basically. It got too complicated. He said, too much bureaucracy, above the line kind of stuff. It's really hard to get it made. We were trying to get it done.
Because they're set in the same universe, right?
No,
No?
they were just going to mash them up.
I thought they were set in...
Oh, I don't...
I might be wrong.
Yeah.
Question.
Yes?
Aren't they a bit too old?
Well, that was kind of the joke of the first
Yeah,
movie.
but now they're like 12 years older than that.
Yeah, but they couldn't. Yeah, but they could still just be cops.
Yeah, true.
They don't have to do stuff
I
to do with high school.
I think I genuinely didn't know there was a second one.
Yeah, it's all right.
Okay.
It's all right. The first one's good.
I remember the first one. I've watched the first one.
And I'd say the second one was all right.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Interestingly, the second one, which I didn't realise was so long ago, so 2014 was 22 Drum Street, so 10 years ago, has the second best opening of all time for an R-rated comedy.
Says who?
The Hollywood Reporter.
Okay. I thought that was like an official award that they'd be given.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe I'll just watch the opening. Next story.
Do you remember last week when we were talking about Eddie Murphy, and it was when we were talking about what's arriving in July on Netflix?
Yeah.
And we mentioned Axel F is coming, so Beverly Hills Cop 4.
Yeah.
And we both sort of said Eddie Murphy's pretty much been back, revisited.
Yes.
What's left to do? And you said
do another Shrek.
Do another Shrek.
Yeah.
Or a donkey movie.
Yeah.
Well, Eddie Murphy has...
I've manifested this into existence.
You have. Has been talking this week, and Deadline is reporting that Eddie Murphy has already recorded his voice parts for the first half of Shrek 5.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it's definitely happening.
Shrek 5's not been announced.
Oh, okay. Oops. Do you think he's gone a bit loopy? You haven't. You just talk like Shrek in the mirror every morning. A donkey in the mirror.
So he said this on the press tour for Beverly Hills Cop.
Right.
He said, "We started doing Shrek 5 months ago. I have recorded the first act. I will finish the rest this year. That Shrek movie is coming out."
But nobody's officially said it is.
Yeah. Donkey is also having his own movie, so we're going to do that as well.
Okay. That seems long overdue, a donkey movie, because there was a couple of Puss in Boots.
There's been 2 Puss in Boots movies.
Yeah, but there's never been a donkey movie.
Yeah.
That does seem overdue.
I think that's because Eddie Murphy's probably not cheap.
No, absolutely.
The 2 Puss in Boots movies have grossed $1 billion combined.
Wow. Yeah, there's definitely more Shrek and donkey movies coming, if that's happening. Do you think Eddie Murphy will ever age? He looks there exactly the same as he's always looked.
Right, so my only thought on this is, yes, you don't think he's aged, right? But go and watch Beverly Hills Cop 1.
Oh, really? And he has.
And I wouldn't say he looks...
How old is he?
I'm not sure how old he is. You might have to have a look.
I'll have a look.
But he is a rake in Beverly Hills Cop 1.
Right.
Like, he is a skinny little dude.
Yeah.
And you can tell that's a kid.
Okay.
So, does he look great for his age? Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Has he aged? Yes, but you have to go and...
You have to go look for it.
Just remind yourself, I think.
Do you want to have a guess how old he is?
He's got to be touching 60, if not in his 60s.
Go on.
62.
Oh, 63. So close. Yeah.
Had a kid with Mel B, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
That's weird, isn't
They're
it?
on Gogglebox together now.
Are they?
Yeah, Mel B and the kid.
Oh, no, Eddie Murphy.
Not Eddie
I was
Murphy.
going to say, that was a bit...
Mel B and Eddie Murphy's daughter are on Gogglebox together. Celebrity Gogglebox, obviously. They're not on that far down.
I bet that's a fair bit of child support she gets.
Yeah, I bet she does. What a weird couple. When you think about it.
Yeah.
Donkey and a Spice Girl.
I really thought you were going to say Donkey and Eddie Murphy.
Favourite Spice Girl? I think mine's probably Ismail B, but that might be because of Bo Selector.
Are we talking like
Now
skills or just who's the least annoying?
Rank them.
Rank them. Okay.
From bottom to top.
From bottom to top. Posh.
Yeah. Agreed.
I feel like I'm missing one in my brain. Ginger.
Yeah.
Baby, sporty, scary.
That's exactly what I'd do. I would do exactly that. I would do exactly that. Well done. You matched me.
Okay.
Next.
They're really shit at singing as well, most of the Spice Girls, aren't they?
Yeah, pretty much all of them.
Like, they're
Mel C's
really
got a
weak,
voice.
aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. The two Mels are the best singers.
Yeah. I'd agree with that.
And the other three are quite... I know...
Average.
I know that Baby Spice can sing, and I can... In my brain, I can picture what she sounds like singing.
Mm.
But it's not a strong voice. And the other two...
Bang average.
They don't sing. I couldn't... What do they even sound like?
Don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Or care.
Okay, that's it for the news.
That's it for the news.
Or is it?
Oh,
Because
we did make a promise.
you asked, so I have delivered for you, my
Okay.
friend. You wanted some orangutan news.
I did. This came up last week in the wave.
Yeah.
Can't remember why. Oh, it was something to do with one of the headlines that you'd written.
Organograms.
Organogram news, and I thought it said orangutan news.
Yeah.
So Nick's going to hit me with some orangutan news.
This is pretty cool.
Okay.
Genuine orangutan news. It's from just last month, and it's a proper scientific news story.
Okay.
So, a Sumatran orangutan has been observed in the wild self-medicating
Right.
using a paste made from plants to heal
No.
its own wounds.
No.
Yeah,
Whoa.
I know. How amazing is that?
That's incredible.
Rakus is the name of the orangutan in question. He was injured in the wild, presumably in a fight with another orangutan.
Yeah.
And he was witnessed over a period of weeks making a paste
Yeah.
out of a specific plant, which the orangutans do not use for eating,
Right.
and applying it to his face.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So he made the medicine and
Planet
applied
X is
it.
happening.
And the wound closed up and healed within a month.
How? What? How? Why?
It's amazing, isn't it?
That's mind-boggling.
So the research team believed that Rakus was injured fighting with a rival male orangutan. And then over the days following, they saw him chewing the stem and leaves of a plant called Acar kunig, an anti-inflammatory and antibacterial plant that is used locally to treat malaria and diabetes. He repeatedly applied the liquid onto his cheek for 7 minutes and then smeared the chewed leaves onto his wound until it was fully covered. He continued to feed on the plant for over 30 minutes. This obviously worked its magic, and the researchers kept an eye on him, saw no sign of infection, and within 5 days the wound had closed up, and within a month he was fully healed.
That has absolutely blown my mind.
Yeah, the scientists concluded Rakus knew he was applying medicine because orangutans very rarely eat this particular plant, and because of the length and the sort of how fastidious he was about the treatment.
I wonder if he's seen humans take it and use it.
Yeah.
And, oh, wow, that's incredible.
If you want, I can even show you a before and after picture.
I absolutely want
There
it.
you go.
Oh,
Quite a nasty wound.
nasty wound. Very cute.
There you go. Afterwards, put it in the Discord.
I put it in that.
How amazing is that?
That's mind blowing.
It's genuinely fascinating.
That's genuinely blown my mind. That's well done. You couldn't. I don't think you could have found better orangutan news.
There you go.
Also, last week you tasked me with finding some
I
facts.
did. Yes,
In fact, because we talked about a place called King of Prussia in Pennsylvania,
we did.
which we'd never heard of.
It's where one of the 2 Netflix houses will be opening.
Yes, so I've found some facts about King of Prussia for you. King of Prussia is located in Montgomery County in Pennsylvania,
Okay.
and is a bustling suburban community about 20 miles northwest of Philadelphia.
Okay.
It has evolved recently into a quiet, rural area with a vibrant commercial and residential hub. The King of Prussia Mall is the largest shopping mall in the United States by retail space.
Oh.
So by the amount of space for retail, with 2.9 million square feet.
That's why Netflix has got their eye on it.
Yeah, it's the fourth biggest, I think, by space.
Okay.
But by retail space, it's the biggest. It's named after an inn.
Right.
So there was an inn built at a crossroads that was called the King of Prussia Inn. And it was an 18th century tavern named for Frederick the Great. And the inn it still stands to this day
Ooh.
and is an official historical landmark. And the town was built around it, and the inn is now used as office space.
Okay.
Obviously. It hosts numerous corporate offices in pharmaceutical, finance, and technology, and is well connected to major highways like Turnpike I-276 and I-76 and US Route 202. It has a diverse and growing population, attracting young professionals, families, and retirees.
Okay.
It's got various recreational activities, including parks and dining options. Notable residents.
Oh, this is always the fun part.
Baseball Hall of Famer Reggie Jackson, known as Mr. October, lived here for part of his childhood.
Oh, nice.
John Moxley, former WWE, current AEW wrestler, lived there during his time in the WWE.
Okay.
And it is the hometown of the Bloodhound Gang.
No way.
90s one-hit wonders,
Amazing.
the Bloodhound.
They've got at least 2 hits.
Absolutely.
Give me that.
Now, I think you've just blown my mind with orangutan facts. I think I'm going to blow your minds with the next words out of my mouth.
Okay.
Me and you have both been to King of Prussia.
Have we?
Yes.
I don't believe you.
King of Prussia is the gateway and the entranceway to the Valley Forge National Park,
Right.
which we have been to. We visited the Valley Forge National Park when we travelled around America in 2003. So to get into the Valley Forge National Park, you have to go through King of Prussia.
Oh, so we've passed through.
We've been to King of Prussia and I checked this because I've still got my notebook from that day and it has a Valley Forge sticker on it.
I remember going, yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. Mind blown.
Amazing.
You had never heard of this place that you've been to.
Oh, I love that. That so was.
That's crazy, isn't it? Yeah. So, yeah, I remember going. It was like it's a war. There was a war there, wasn't there? Like a battle or something.
Yeah.
Part of the Civil War, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we went. Was it with some of your relatives? That
Yeah,
live over there?
my great.
They might even live in King of Prussia.
No, they didn't. It was my great. No, hang on. Let me get this right. Second cousins.
Great second cousins.
No,
Or
just
second
cousins.
Well, they were great. Are they still with us?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Good. Well, they lived very near King of Prussia because they took us to that park. That blew my mind.
Amazing.
Absolutely blew my mind.
Love it.
But we'd never heard of this place that we've been to. But yeah, apparently the mall is amazing. So we should go back. Right. Is that all the news?
That's all the news.
Have you watched anything good at the top of the
I've only really watched football.
Okay. Have you enjoyed the footbole you've been watching? Because I've heard
Mostly,
that
yes.
many people haven't been.
No, mostly I've enjoyed the football. I've not watched football for ages.
Okay.
And my daughter's likes my eldest daughter. She likes watching sport.
Yeah, she's well into
So, we've watched quite a bit of football.
Okay.
The only football I haven't enjoyed
Yep.
is watching England play football. 'Cause it's been literally like I don't even mind that it's bad because you get a bad football game. It's so boring.
I watched the third
just-
game this week. Was it this week?
Yeah.
Monday, Tuesday at one of the nights. And yeah, it was dull as
Awfully
dishwater.
boring.
Very boring. But we finished top of the group.
Yeah, that's fine. I think they'll be fine. I think they'll actually do quite well. But it just for pure entertainment purposes, oh my god.
Yeah, it's not fun.
I did watch something else, but I didn't really think it was worth mentioning. But I'm going to mention it anyway because it is Netflix related. I've watched the last 4 episodes of season 3 of Bridgerton.
Okay.
But I didn't see the first 4.
Right.
So, because I think when I was away with work, and my wife watched them on her own, and
then you just
it's
couldn't
fine.
be bothered to get off the set.
Yeah, basically.
Cool.
I'd say it's what it is by this point. It's Bridgerton.
Yeah. Everybody knows what Bridgerton
Yeah.
is.
How about you?
I finished Eric.
Oh yeah, what
which was
did you
the
make of
Benedict
it? in
Cumberbatch
the
show.
end?
I actually really enjoyed it.
Cool. I do want to get to this.
Last 2 or 3 episodes, they were really, really good. They don't overuse their gimmick, which works for them, but also makes the show feel really weird when they do use the gimmick, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
There's a fine line. When you've got a weird gimmick like that show's got, which is a man in a fluffy monster suit,
Sure.
there's a fine line between overusing it and underusing it, and I think they were just on the underusing it side.
Okay.
But that doesn't take any wind away from the show because it's really good and you should definitely check it out. You'd really like it. I also watched a film at the weekend which I haven't written on the list. It was a stream. It's not out yet. Probably shouldn't have watched it, but it's called I Saw the TV Glow.
Okay, what's that?
It's an A24 movie.
Yeah.
It's due out pretty soon. It's a horror movie. It's about these couple of teenage kids in the 90s ish, and they're addicted to a TV show that comes on in the middle of the night on some random TV network.
Yeah.
and they get addicted to it, and they're like really driven crazy by it, shall we say? And then it gets cancelled mysteriously out of nowhere,
Okay.
and then this film goes fucking bonkers to the point where they're like, it sends one of them insane, completely insane. In fact, it sends both of them insane, and it's really quite disturbing. In like not in a gory way.
Yeah. Oh, I'm intrigued.
It messes with your head kind of way.
Yeah.
There's a couple of themes in there that hit you right in the face, and you know what they are, but I don't want to give too much away because it is now yet, so I don't want to give too much away. Yeah, it's arty-farty bollocks, but it was just on the right line that I actually quite enjoyed it. But yeah, it's very slow. There's not a lot of dialogue in it. It's not a lot happens in it.
Yeah.
But it stuck with me all week.
Nice.
It's weird. And then I've started a TV show on Apple TV.
Okay.
Which is called Presumed Innocent, which is Jake Gyllenhaal's new show.
Okay.
I'm only on the first couple of episodes.
It's not related to the Harrison Ford movie, is it?
No, I don't think so.
From the 80s.
So basically, he is a lawyer.
I think it might be.
Oh, maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe it is. And one of his colleagues gets murdered, and he has to try and figure out who's done it, and everything in it points to him.
Okay.
But he knows he didn't do it, obviously. But everybody else thinks he does. But I've only seen the first two, and yeah, I'm quite enjoying it so far.
Cool.
And I think that's it. I think that's all I've watched this week.
Good.
Can't think of it. I'm reading Stephen King's new book of short stories is out.
Yeah.
And one of them's quite long.
Yeah.
I'm reading that at the minute. That's really good. It's about a guy who has a dream about where there's a dead body. So he goes to this place the next day and finds this dead body, calls a tip into the police to tell them where it is, and then he gets arrested for it, and everybody thinks he's done it because who's going to believe he had a dream to know where this body was? And it's really good so far. It's quite a big chunk of this short story book.
I'm reading a book. I think I mentioned it to you off air a few weeks ago, but I'm it's going to sound really weird, but like I thought I try to expand a bit my reading stuff, and I was like, I don't know where to start, and it might sound like a bit of a weird thing to read, but because I thought my perception of the thing is like it was a corny thing from the 90s,
right?
And I'm reading Lonesome Dove.
Oh yeah, you did mention it a few weeks ago.
It's like 900 pages long.
Wow.
It's like a Pulitzer Prize winning novel. Yeah. It's fucking incredible.
Really?
It's like genuinely one of the... probably shouldn't be a surprise, the Pulitzer Prize winning novel. It's one of the best things I've ever read in my life.
Wow.
It's absolutely captivating. And I have a vague memory of Tommy Lee Jones and Robert Duvall sort of...
butchering it.
galloping around in a sort of hazy... weird TV movie.
Yeah.
But it's some of the best characterization I've ever read.
Okay.
It's it makes me just want to play Red Dead Redemption. But anyway, I just thought I'd drop that in.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Good
amazing.
facts.
I've also because I had a load of books bought for me for my birthday, which is, again, it's a while ago, but it's taken me a while to read this 900-page book.
It was like 6 weeks ago.
I've also... Next on my list to read is Garth Marenghi's Terratome.
Oh, I've heard about this. I need to get hold of a copy of this, I think. Oh, that's cool.
Sorry.
It's supposed to be really good.
Yeah. And he's got a sequel coming out later in the year, I think.
Oh, okay.
As well.
That might be my first non-Stephen King book for years if I read that. Excellent.
Book section of the podcast.
We're nothing if we're not diverse.
Exactly.
Right, we need to see what we caught in the net, do we not?
We do. So we kind of put a pin in it last week.
Yes, we did, because we felt like the game deserved more attention than we'd given it.
So we've carried on playing Valiant Hearts.
Yes.
Coming Home.
Which
is a World War One. How would I even describe it?
I would describe
comic book.
Comic book puzzle platformer.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, mate. It's fucking great.
It's really good, isn't it?
It's really good.
It's really absorbing.
Yeah, it really is.
Firstly, the style, it looks brilliant.
Yeah.
It is comic strip type stuff. And you play, I think I've now played all the main characters.
Yeah, there's 5 different characters, I think.
Jump around. And it's basically the idea is that it's giving you stories and you get a real sort of, you're collecting like newspaper articles for like the real history on it. But it's basically, it's all about the unsung heroes
of the First World War.
So you play... for a bit, you play a pilot.
Yeah, British pilot.
A African American infantryman.
Yeah. His brother?
Yeah, his brother, who's like a mechanic,
Yeah.
I think. And a nurse.
Yeah.
I forgot more. Oh, no, the German...
Yeah, the
diver.
German, like U-boat captain.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're playing on both sides as well, and it's not showing anything about the war. It's just telling stories of the war.
Yeah,
and you're not taking sides of anybody or anything.
And the levels are basically go and find these things to collect. You have to reassemble machines, solve puzzles, get to the injured people so you can heal them. You get to fly a plane at one point.
2 points.
I think I've only done it once.
Okay, I've literally just done it tonight.
Okay, yeah.
I think I got a little bit further than you, but by this time last week we'd barely played any, and I feel like I've played loads now. I'm really enjoying it.
I just need to finish the bit in the hospital.
So I'm like one level ahead of you, I think.
Okay.
So, the next bit's the German trenches.
Okay. Just really innovative and a real nice. And it's weird to say it's nice about a war game, but it's like it's a really worthy thing, isn't it? Trying to just giving a bit of focus to sort of unsung heroes.
Yeah, it's really good as well. I feel like I'm going to keep playing it.
Yeah,
I don't feel like I'm going to stop anytime soon.
I want to get to the end.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot to it as well.
It is a bit fiddly to control.
Yeah,
at
the
points.
Controls are a bit strange, but I think all mobile phone games suffer from that.
Yeah, but I'm really enjoying it.
Good, me too. I'm definitely going to stick with it. Do we need to stick it in our stream table?
Yeah, we do. Easy. I mean, I think it's the best game we've played.
Yeah, 100% is.
It's not. It's just very different to Slay Away Camp because that's one you can literally pick it up for a minute and play it.
That's a pick up and play.
Can't do that with this.
No, you've got to have time.
You've got to see the level
through. The narrator as well. His voice is brilliant.
Yeah,
the guy
who was like ye old timey.
Yeah, told you the
bit
story.
Of Morgan Freeman to him.
Yeah, told you the story between the levels.
Yeah,
it's easily the best game we've got for me.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah,
put it up there.
I will stick it up there.
Have you thought about our next game?
I have.
Brilliant.
I'm taking a step away from the sort of game we've been playing. This is different because I'm going to challenge you this time.
Okay.
I've chosen a game called Pinball Madness.
Oh, wicked.
So it's a pinball game.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Go for it.
Inside the pinball game is an Addams Family table.
Brilliant.
I want to see which one of us can get the highest score on the Addams Family table by this time next week.
I'm so up for this.
There's loads of tables in there.
I'm clearing my schedule.
There's loads of tables, loads of different tables, and it's from what I've not played a lot of it. I will admit I've played a little bit of it already. From what I've played of it, it's pretty damn good.
Cool.
It looks pretty. It is pretty. Sorry, it's called Pinball Masters.
Okay.
Not a Pinball Madness. I got it wrong.
It's fine.
But there's a few different tables in there. There's a Pacific Rim table.
Okay.
There's an Addams Family table. A Grim Tales table. Pinball Noir. Wrath of the Elder Gods.
Nice.
Curse of the Mummy. Godzilla. Kong. Godzilla versus Kong.
No, I knew that was coming.
Another Pacific Ring table. And yeah, that's it. That's it, I think. But as ever, with all Netflix games, there's no in-app purchases. So all of those tables are free to play whenever you want.
Okay.
But we're going for the Addams Family table. And we'll see who can get the best score on it.
Excellent.
Pinball Masters. Yeah?
Yeah, I'm really excited to have a go at that.
Good. Let's do it.
What's the prize or the fourth?
Bragging rights.
Second.
Bragging rights.
Okay, fine.
That's it.
Awesome.
Sweet. Okay, let's do that. Right, where are we at? Done a wave?
I should say
I think
so.
we've done a wave. That seems like a big wave.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it.
I'm soaked.
I'm soaked. Absolutely soaking through. Yeah, so there isn't a movie show this week. So basically, we things are different in a closed season. So there's no movie show this week. There is a wave next week. I think the boxers are next week, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, we need some time to prepare them, and we will go into a bit more detail over the next week or two about a couple of changes
to
the show for season 12.
Yeah, 11.
Just 11.
Yeah, we're not debating you wait another 6 months before we make any changes.
I've done season 11 already.
Have you in your head?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, for season 11. Only to make things bigger and better.
Obviously. Of course. All good news.
Yeah.
And it's coming.
Excellent.
So, yeah, be back here next Monday for another episode of The Wave.
Cheers.
Goodbye.